Hello YouTube, welcome back. It's Connor again. I hope everyone's well. Today I'm back with a selection for Ascot Champions Day next Saturday, and I like a horse in the QE2. I essentially view the race as a match bet between Pier and Baaeed. It's a serious lack of opposition in the race. You know, the Revenant, he needs heavy ground. He's just been beaten over in France. I think this has been a tactic that his trainer has used the last couple of seasons. Prep run in France and then hope for heavy ground at Ascot. He did win the race, I think 2 seasons ago, but I'm not sure if he's going to get the heavy ground he wants next Saturday. Next we've got Poetic Flare. He had a hard race in the Irish Champions Stakes, albeit against 2 top class horses in Tanawa and St. Mark's Basilica. He's also had a long, hard season. You know, he's been on the go, I think, since the Guineas. I think he went there first time up, although he might have had a prep. So that's a good couple of months he's been on the go, and he's had some hard races during that time. Then you've got Alcohol Free. You know, I didn't think this horse would stay a mile earlier in the season, but she's proven me wrong, and she goes here with a chance. And then you've got horses like Lady Beaufort. You know, she was beaten by Pier in the Lock-Inge at Newbury earlier in the season. So yeah, I think Pier and Baaeed are a level of horse above these horses, and I do think that this horse is a 2-horse race. You can get 2-1 for both these horses, but I do prefer Pier for a number of reasons, and I'll get into those now. He does have to concede £3 to Baaeed, but he was able to give, I think, £6 or £7 away to Poetic Flare in a race over in France earlier in the season, and I'd be hard pushed to believe that Baaeed is a £3 to £4 better horse than Poetic Flare. There's he holds the experience edge, a lot more races, the older horse. He's got lots of high class proven form. You're going to have Frankie Dettori on board, which is always a positive. Pier also has a terrific attitude. You know, he's a gutsy horse, and whereas we haven't really seen Baaeed tested, which is in his own fault, but we haven't seen a horse come up size and test Baaeed's resolve, and I'd really like to see that happen on this Saturday. I'm not saying he's going to have a poor attitude, but I'd just like to see a terrific horse race between these 2 horses. Also on a line through Aidan O'Brien's Order of Australia, who faced off against both of these horses in different races over in France earlier in the season. Pier does come out on top when you adjust the finishing distance behind and the weight conceded to this horse. You have to take that with a pinch of salt, because both races were run on different ground and around different courses. But here's a nice bit of information to have when finding a bet in the race. As previously mentioned, the Ascot forecast looks good up until Saturday, and I think this is a positive for both horses and a positive for the prospects of the race. As previously mentioned, 2-1 is a fair price, and I do have preference for Pier out of the 2, and I am just hoping for a really good race and hope these horses can serve one up for us. That's going to be it from me today, guys. If you've enjoyed, if you could drop me a like and possibly subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Cheers, take care, Connor.